Look, guys, I have excellent news. The news is James Borrego has signed a multi-year extension. James Borrego is the luckiest coach in the NBA. I mean lucky. A lot of well-qualified coaches are having a tough time getting gigs and long-term security. But James Borrego is at the right place, right time. I'm going to tell you why he got this bag. He got the bag because he tried to acquiesce. At the end, he tried to do this. No matter what we say about James Borrego, he did try to acquiesce to LaMelo Ball. Whether it's how many times they use a training facility, allowing Jello to work out with the team, having Jello on a summer league team. He's been in LaMelo's corner lately. I don't know if you paid attention to that. Matter of fact, he was at LaMelo's camp. Now, does this mean that LaMelo Ball likes James Borrego personally? We don't know that. We're not even there. We don't know what the culture relationship is. But as you know, LaMelo Ball is very coachable. You've seen that young man play in the most tough environments. Lithuania is one of the examples. At a time when he played for a coach, I think his name was Seskas, who didn't even want the young man to do anything. He didn't want him to shine. So now we have James Borrego. The Charlotte ownership loves him. Mitch Kupchak is a big fan of James Borrego. And James Borrego's claim to fame was holding a clipboard with the San Antonio Spurs that was led by Tim Duncan, great Popovich coaching that team. But I'm confused. I'm confused because why is James Borrego having an extension this early and he hasn't won anything? When a coach has a below 500 record, they don't get second, third, fourth chances. Yes, there was injuries last year, but there were a lot of games that the Hornets could have won earlier in the season. A lot of games that they missed out on due to overcoaching. Not having an identity, like I always point out. Over analyzing situations. I think this was against the Knicks. Everybody in their mama knows that Terry Rozier has the best clutch percentage on the team, bar none. Instead of making plays for Terry Rozier at the end of the game, he made plays for Devontae Graham to take the last shot. And I knew he was going to miss it. In a full 2 weeks, the Charlotte Hornets had 3 games where it came down to the wire. And James Borrego, like he always does, made plays for Devontae Graham, Twins, Gordon Hayward, and they lost those games. Not trusting your analytics, playing favorites, making sure your teacher's pets play amount of minutes that they shouldn't be playing. This is why you don't give a coach like James Borrego an extension too early. At least I'm fair enough for saying, hey, wait for the season to play out. The only time you reward a coach with a contract like that early is if they have shown the ability of creating a culture and winning consistently. There's problems that needs to be fixed with this team. I don't want to see a team like the Hornets who have long guards play zone. Now they have long guards. They got rid of some undersized guards. They still got Terry Rozier, who's 6'1"? They say he's 6'2". I'm going to say 6'1". But besides that, they have some length in the backcourt position. And get LaMelo involved. Now, I would love for LaMelo to have the ball a lot. I mean, a lot of times. But if LaMelo doesn't have the ball, get him involved and have him cutting, have him move around. Matter of fact, if it's not a guard that can handle the rock well, don't let him be a point forward. So we definitely don't want to see Gordon Hayward dribbling like he's a globetrotter or something, getting the ball taken away, masking a bunch of turnovers. And before you come in this comment section, I'm talking to the Shines about LaMelo having turnovers. He's a rookie. That happens. And when you're trying to win, when you have a lot of teammates missing in action because they're injured, you're going to try to force the hand. That's what happens. That's the nature of sports. It's no different. I know this is a football analogy. Ezekiel Elliott. Usually Ezekiel Elliott holds the ball well. He doesn't fumble that much. Last season, he had 6 fumbles. You know why? Because he tried to do too much to win. So James Borrego, you got a lot to prove, brother. You got a lot to prove. But your first step is to let the team know. And you probably have to do this in the group huddle. Let them know. This is your team, LaMelo Ball. We run everything through you. We're going to play the right way. We're going to outrun these teams. We're more athletic than anybody in the East. The only team that's close enough is the Hawks. And watch how much things change. I put it on everything I love in life that if James Borrego has a meeting like that with his team, single out LaMelo and say, hey, you are the guy that controls this ship. Not only will that enhance LaMelo's play, but it will give everyone a vision on how this team should be displaying their abilities on the court. It will make a world of difference. That's the best feeling in the world when a coach tells you in front of everybody, you're our guy. That gives you an extra surge of energy that you never even thought you had as an athlete. So that will be dope if he does that. I don't know. He has a lot of pride, but he's getting a little bit better at it. But James Borrego, there's no excuses. You got your extension. Now it's time to win. It's time to win. And it's time to put on a show. So LaMelo Ball better be having at least 35 minutes a game. That's the normal starting minutes. So I'm not going to go in here and say 40 minutes a game. None of that. I just said 33 to 35 minutes a game, average-wise. That's common sense right there. Will he do it? Who knows? But the clock is ticking. And James Borrego, if you're not winning, if you're not putting in results, no one's going to blame the players. Mitch Kupchak has done a great job with the Hornets accumulating talent. So don't blame it on the players. It's going to go down to coaching. The Charlotte fans are very smart. The ones I interact with. Moneybags, K. Warren, Eternity, Elijah, and plenty of others. They're smart. They know the capabilities of these players. They know what they can and cannot do. So if the Hornets do not make the playoffs, and if you try to blame the players not executing in this, they're not going to believe it. They're going to look at you and say, we know what this team has. We underperformed because you didn't call the right plays. You had a horrible zone defense, aka the auto zone defense, etc. That's what's going to happen. And LaMelo didn't get the ball enough. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to sit back and just watch. Because I know if this doesn't go right, we could go back to this video and point out what was stated. James Borrego, the time is now, brother. It's time to perform and show up now. Will they do it? Time will tell. Well, that's going to be the end of this video. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you didn't tune in to last night's stream, check it out. Shout out to the brother Rev coming through the show. He came through the show the 30-minute mark. So watch it there. And the rest of the stream was just golden. It was like the OG crew. Me, Rev, Coach Joe. Man, the energy was powerful. So check that out. I've been hearing about the cancellations of summer league games. I hope, I pray that it doesn't affect the Hornets game today. For some reason, things don't go right with Jello. It's so weird, and I pray for the brother that this doesn't happen again. Remember when COVID started for the OKC Blue, they canceled the game. And then Jello was dealing with not being able to play and being cut by the Pistons. This is the first time something finally goes right. I would hate for them not to play today. So let's hold out hope. Shout out to Jello. Just play your game. Play with confidence. Play within yourself. And good things will happen. New Media Nation United. I'm out.
Welcome to the real world.